My name is Kishore Chandiramani and I welcome you all to this final session on stress management. In this session, we'll discuss what heals in psychotherapy, the avenues to inner peace, and a recap of all the tools we have discussed so far in this program. Therapies that work at the conscious level are counseling, psychoeducation, cognitive therapies, and to some extent behavioral therapies. They help clients identify the unrealistic elements in their thinking and replace those with more realistic ones, or they fill the gaps in our awareness with knowledge and information that can be used to manage our stress better. The second broad category is that of therapies that work at the unconscious level, and this includes mainly psychoanalysis, mindfulness meditation, experiential therapies, and existential therapy. The stages of change that are involved in the final common pathway are: first, activation of the past experience from the unconscious mind by a number of different techniques. Once those emotions are activated, the next step is to stay connected with them, no matter how stressful they are, as this is essential for them to get worked on. The third step is to understand those emotionally charged experiences from the past in a different way, that is, using the corrective therapeutic experience. Therapy is generally about eliminating the negative emotion, which results in experience of inner peace. But there are other avenues to inner peace as well, such as solitude, detachment, letting go, and surrender. To begin with, the first tool is to keep in mind that whatever one is experiencing through one's five senses and one's thoughts and feelings at any given moment in time is temporary. So the second coping mechanism or tool is to challenge all our judgments with a view to fine-tuning them. The third tool is to disidentify with our ghost emotions, the experiences that don't belong to our current situation and to our personalities. The fourth tool is writing an emotion diary, and I have explained elsewhere the theoretical rationale behind it and how it can work. The website www.undoyourstress.com has all the details. The fifth tool is manipulation of one's attention so that one lives in the present moment, and there are a number of different techniques, the most important being awareness of the breath. The sixth tool is breath regulation, which involves different kinds of breathing. The seventh tool is that of use of biofeedback devices such as light and sound machine and stress eraser. The eighth tool is that of using an existential approach to understand the true nature of our inner being and the reality of the external world. This links in with the next tool of coping, and I call it creating positive issues out of nothing. You must have come across people who create negative issues out of nothing. Things that are non-issues are made issues by them, creating a ripple of stress in their surroundings. In a similar fashion, one can think of being the person who creates positive issues out of nothing. The 10th tool can be described as social therapy, which is quite different from working on one's own negative emotions. The 11th tool is that of altruism. Finally, the 12th tool is that of detachment, or being indifferent to this world. Now generally these two words are used in a negative way in our daily conversation, but here they are being used to convey something positive. Detachment here does not mean adopting an uncaring or indifferent attitude to people. It means cutting off one's insecure attachments, which create a lot of neurotic anxiety. I hope you enjoyed the sessions. Thank you very much.